Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. My name is Sharon and please consider subscribing for more amazing content. Okay, so in today's video I want to actually do an updated ventilation tutorial, like basically talking about everything I know about ventilation. So I've had some videos on my channel before showing you guys how to ventilate, and I still get some questions from my viewers, and I'm like, okay, so why not do like another updated tutorial. Though I was planning to go live to teach you guys how to ventilate, but for some weird reasons I've not been able to live stream on my device. Though I'm trying to fix it and I hope I can fix it so I can like do a live tutorial, and I decided to like do this first pending when I can go live. In this video I'm basically going to be talking to you guys about all I know about ventilation. I can't say that I'll be talking to you guys about all you need to know about ventilation, because there might be probably some things that I might be missing out on, because I still do not know all about ventilation, but I think I have, a good amount of information about it. So first I'll be starting off with the tools that you would need for ventilating. So I know some of you might already know this, but I just want to like go through this for those of you that may not know what you need. So first you need your ventilating needle. So this is what the brass ventilating needle set looks like. Yeah, it comes in this pack and this is what it looks like. So I can't open this because this is for sale. I can't open this and it's sealed with a tip, so I won't be able to open it, but I'm just going to show you what mine, the one I use for working, looks like. So this is mine, like this is the one I use for work, and this is what it looks like. So this part normally has a golden color, but because I've been using it for a very long time now, that's basically the reason why it looks this way. So it has this part where you can open. So it has this part where you can open to change your needles. If the one that is already there is damaged, or you want to change to a needle that can take up a lot of hair or smaller hairs. Like the set comes with four different type of needles. Okay, there's the needle that can pick 1-to-1 hair strands, that's 1-to-1 strands of hair, that can only pick one strand of hair. There's the other needle that can pick 1-to-2 strands of hair, meaning you can pick one strand and also pick 2 strands. There's one that can pick 2 strands and 3 strands, and there's also the one that can pick 3 strands and 4 strands. So yeah, so if you want to change the needle, all you have to do is to loosen this part and then just like fix your needle here and close it back. Yeah, so that's that for this thing. There's also the wooden ventilating needle. Some persons ventilate with this, so it only comes with one needle type, or it only comes with one type of needle, and this is what it looks like. Okay. So you can also make use of your crochet hook, but I do not recommend using this one, because this one I feel the hook is too big for your lace. So there is the other type, there's the other one that has like a very tiny hook, and yeah, you can ventilate, you can use that to ventilate. I'm going to look for a picture to put on the screen so you see what that one looks like. So the next thing you need is a wig stand. So you need your wig stand, or you need your wig stand, but if you don't have a wig stand you can do without it. Okay, it's not like it's very compulsory, it's optional, but I always prefer using a wig stand to ventilate because it helps me to sit in a good position where I can ventilate with ease, and it also makes the work faster for me. If you don't have it, you can ventilate without a wig stand, it's not compulsory. And you can also use the wig clamp. So this is what a wig clamp looks like. You can also use this to ventilate. Okay, sorry I can't open this because it's sealed. It's sealed, so I can't open it. So I'm just going to look for a picture to put somewhere for you guys to see what it looks like. And some people also ventilate using the box cradle. I don't know if it's called box cradle or wig cradle. Yeah, I'm going to look for a picture of that one to also put on the screen for you guys to also see what I'm talking about. So some people actually put their mannequin head in the box stuff. I think it's called a box cradle also, and they ventilate with that. I don't use that, so I don't really know, but I'm just going to like look for a photo to put on the screen for you guys as well. So next up, you need your mannequin head. So this is the canvas block head. So I ventilate with this. I also ventilate with the regular mannequin head. So you can either use any of these. There's also the styrofoam, and there's also the half mannequin head. Okay, I'm going to look for photos of the styrofoam and the half mannequin head to put on the screen for you guys, so you see what I'm talking about. So some persons also ventilate with these as well. So next, you also need something to make your background contrasting so that you can easily see the lines or the grids of your lace. Okay, so for me, I use a nylon bag. Some persons use a colored mannequin head, others use a colored tape. Okay, I'm going to look for a photo of that colored tape and also put on the screen for you guys. But this is what I use. I just pin this to my mannequin head and I ventilate with this. Okay, it gets the job done for me. So this is what I use. So next, you also need your pins. Okay, you need your pins to help you hold your lace in place. So this is the T-pin. I use the T-pin, and I also use this one. I also use this one as well. I also use this pin as well. And you can also use the pear pin. There are different types of pin that you can use to hold your lace in place, but these are the ones that I use, the T-pin and this other one. The next thing you will need is your lace. Okay, this is very important because this is what you are ventilating on. There are different types of laces. There's the regular Swiss lace, there's the transparent lace, and there's the HD lace. But we're not going into that because that's not what we are talking about. Yeah, so yeah, you need your lace, very important, because without the lace, there's nothing to ventilate on. And lastly, you'll be needing your hair, because that's what you need to ventilate with. Okay, you can use any type of hair. It all depends on your preference. You can use the braiding hair, you can use the human hair, or the synthetic fiber hair. Okay, it all depends on what you're working with or what your preference is. Okay. Next, for the position of ventilating, I already did a video showing you guys how I ventilate to prevent backache. You want to try as much as possible to prevent backache while you're ventilating, so you don't get tired easily. Okay, if you have backaches, you're gonna get tired and you won't be able to ventilate a lot. So I already did a video on that. I'm going to put the link in the description box, but I'm just going to like do a quick, a quick video or a quick talk about it to show you guys. So like I said, I use my wig stand to ventilate because this makes it easier for me. So I just like use my wig stand and I place my mannequin head on it, and I try as much as possible to ensure that my back is resting on my chair. Okay, so you don't want to lean towards the mannequin head. You want to try as much as possible to rest your back, so that way you won't have back aches while you're ventilating. So with the wig stand, I can tilt the mannequin head to any direction that I want to ventilate. And if you're tilting the mannequin head to your direction and you're not getting the parts that you want to ventilate, you can take off the lace. You can take off the lace from the mannequin head and readjust it so that you can have that part you want to ventilate on towards you. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say. So let's say you're ventilating this part, like you're done ventilating this part and you want to ventilate this other part. But when you tilt the mannequin head, you're not getting this part. So all you have to do is to take off the lace and then bring the other part that you want to ventilate to where you are and repin to the mannequin head. and then you have it. But just ensure that your back is resting on your chair. That way you would never get tired of ventilating. Okay, you might get tired of ventilating, but not very fast, and not because you are having backache. So next up is the direction to ventilate towards. So if you look at your lace, I know this cannot focus on the camera right now, but if you look at your lace, you see that there is a line running downwards, like this line is running downwards or vertically, and there's also another line running diagonally or towards this direction. Okay, so you just need to like focus on it. That's why you need this. So if you have this at the back of your lace on your mannequin head, you can easily see the direction of the lace, and you just need to like focus so you can see it. It's not focusing, but I will try to like, you know, do a video, another video to like, you know, add to this video when I'm editing, so you guys can see what I'm saying. Okay, so there's a line running vertically, and there's also another line running diagonally. Okay, it all depends on the pattern that you want your lace or whatever you're ventilating to be in. You can ventilate using this method. You can ventilate towards this direction. You can also ventilate towards this other one that is going this way. It all depends on how you want it to be. So guys, to ventilate or to start tying your knots, first you want to make a loop with your hair, and you want to also ensure that they are not short hairs, because that's going to affect your work as well. So now that you have your hair, you want to make a loop with your hair, and you want to ensure that the space of the loop is small, like it's not so big, because that's going to like make it difficult for you if there's too much space. So I already have my ventilating needle ready. Okay, you need to get yours ready as well, and my lace is also ready as well. So I'm going to zoom in now so you can see what I am doing. So with your hair and your ventilating needle, first you want to pick a hole. So you want to pick a hole. You pass your needle inside one hole and bring it out from the second hole like this. Okay, so I think this is going diagonally, like this is a diagonal direction of ventilation. Yeah, so now that you already have your needle in the hole, you just have to bring your hair closer and then pick. It all depends on how much hair you want to pick. Okay, it could be one strand, it could be two strands, it could be 3, 4, whatever strands you want to pick. So after picking your hair, you want to drag it downwards and hold it with your thumb and index finger. So this is going to help you maintain the tension so that it's not loose, so the hair is not loose. So now that you've held your hair, you turn your needle. You see the hook? You're going to turn the hook to face downwards, like turn the curved part of the needle to face downwards towards the hole. Okay, if you turn the hook to face the direction, like let's say I turn the hook now to face the direction of the lace, it's going to be difficult to pull out the hook. So you can see now that I'm holding the lace because I turned the hook to face the direction of the lace. So what you want to do is to make sure the hook is facing the direction of the hole. You can see that now it's facing the direction of the hole, and then now I can pull it out from the hole. So after pulling it out, you want to also maintain the tension. You don't want to be pulling this side more than you're pulling this side. So you want to maintain a tension on both sides. And then next you want to wrap the hair. You can see the way I placed the hair on the needle, and then I'm turning the needle now. Like it's not the hair you're turning, it's the needle that you're turning. The hair is on the needle. All you have to do is to just turn the needle over. So now after turning the needle, you want to also ensure that the hook is facing directly opposite the hole you're pulling the hair out from. Okay, so this is the hole. This other hair here on the needle is the hole. Okay, this is where I'm pulling the hair out from. So you want to ensure that the hook, that's the sharp part of the needle, is facing that hole, so you can easily pull out your hair. And then you just pull it backwards to tie the knot. Pull it backwards to tie the knot. So that's it. So I'm going to do another one again, just so you guys get to really understand what I'm talking about. So if you're doing the directional method, you can see this is the next one that you're going to be working on. Okay, so first you want to pass the needle in one hole and bring it out from the next hole. Okay, then you bring your hair closer and you pick your hair. It all depends on how many strands of hair you want to pick. So now after picking the hair, you hold the hair with your thumb and index finger to maintain tension. And now you're turning the needle or the hook to face the direction of the hole that you're pulling the hook out from. You shouldn't be facing the lace. You shouldn't face this way. You shouldn't face this way or any other way. You should face the direction of the hole. So now that it's facing the direction of the hole, you are just going to like pull it out of the hole. Okay, so now that now that the hair is out of the hole, what you just have to do is to place the hair on the needle and turn the needle to face the direction of the hole you're pulling the hair out from the hair. So now that it's already facing that direction, you pull out the hair and you have your knots. We are going to do another one again. Pass the needle in one hole, you bring it out from another hole, from the next hole, then you pick your hair, you bring it downwards to hold it with your thumb and index finger, and then you turn the hook, because this is where a lot of people tend to have issues with ventilating, okay, especially beginners. Sorry, not a lot of people, like beginners. This is where beginners have issue with ventilation, bringing out the needle from the hole. So you want to be very calculative. Look very well and ensure that the hook, the very sharp pointed part of the needle, is facing the hole you're bringing the hair out from, and then you bring it out. Okay, so you place the hair on the needle and turn the needle to ensure that the hook is also facing the hole, and you pull out your hair. So yeah, that's for tying the knots. So I'll be showing you guys the type of knotting that I know. Okay, I don't know if there are other types, but these are the ones that I know of. So first is the single knotting, which is the one that we did. This is the single knotting, but I'm just going to like just repeat it. Okay, so this is single knotting. This is single knotting. And then there's also the single split knotting. Okay, so pay attention to this. So for the single split knotting, you pass the needle through one hole and bring it out from the other hole. You pick your hair, so then you bring the hair out. So unlike the single knotting, for the single split knotting, you're not picking everything out once, you're only picking one side of the hair. You know, when you made the loop, you bent the hair over and you had two parts of hair. So for the single split knotting, you're only picking one side of the hair and you're leaving the other side. So you're only knotting with one side of the hair, and it's going to give you a split. Okay, you see, you're splitting the hair to different direction and it's not going to one direction like the single knotting. So I'm just going to repeat that for you guys to see again. So I'm just going to repeat it again for you guys to see. So you pass your needle in one hole, bring it out from the other hole, pick your hair, bring your hair out, and instead of picking the whole hair, you're picking just one side of the hair, and that's your single split knotting. So next I'll be showing you guys how to do the double knotting. So for double knotting, you pass a needle, bring it out, you pick your hair, and then you bring your hair out. So for double knotting, after picking your hair, after wrapping the hair around the needle, you bring it out of the hole. But this time around, you're not bringing out everything. You're not taking it out completely, okay? At this point, you want to also wrap the hair around the needle again and then bring it out finally. So this is double knotting. So let me do that again for you guys to see what I'm trying to say. So you pick, so you pass your needle in the hole, bring it out, pick your hair, bring out your hair, wrap your hair on the needle, bring it out and not bring it out completely, and then wrap it again, and then now you can bring it out. So next we are going to be doing the double split knotting. So for double split knotting, you pick your hole or you pass your needle in one hole and you bring it out from the other hole, and then you pick your hair, you hold your hair, and then you bring it out from the hole. So now you're going to wrap the hair, and bring it out the first time. But when you're bringing out the hair the second time, you're only going to be picking one side of the hair. From the other, and then you pick your hair and bring it out, then you wrap and bring it out as well, and then you pick just one side of the hair, you wrap and you bring it out. So that's the double split knot. So I'm going to be doing it again so you guys can see and understand. And you pass your needle in one hole and bring it out from the next hole. Then you pick your hair and bring your hair out. Then you wrap and bring it out. And then you take just one side of the hair and you bring it out. So that's it. Okay? That's it. So I'm just going to do a bit, like I'm just going to do a demo on the diagonal method of ventilation so you guys can see that. So this ventilation is running diagonally, as you can see. I'm also going to do the vertical one for you guys to see. And this one is running vertically. So this is the vertical method, and this is the diagonal. This is the diagonal method. So that's all for today's video, guys, and I hope you find the video helpful. If you did, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and leave a comment in the comment section below. Subscribe to my channel for more amazing content. Thanks for watching, and bye.